Summer is coming. Get your sun-kissed glow with totally used Versa Spa Sunless Tanning System. Versa uses the newest innovative technology to deliver the latest anti-aging, skin-firming, super hydrating blend of soothing botanicals with every application.
The machine sprays you. You don't have somebody else doing it. It's private and it is so safe. Try it. You will love it.
And Totally You also offers red light collagen therapy. Stop by and see us at the shops at Stony Creek on Zebulon Road, Wednesdays through Fridays from 1 to 6 for a completely safe, sunless tanning experience. Visit Totally You today and let them transform your skin into a stunning beach glow.
Where else can you get a brand new luxury car for no money down and low monthly payments? Only at Davenport Auto Park, of course. We're talking new Buicks. Top of the line, king of the hill, pick of the litter, cream of the crop. You get my drift. We're talking Buicks, like the 2015 Encore or Verano, Regal Turbo, LaCrosse, Enclave. No money down, zero, zilch, nada. Yeah, only at Davenport Auto Park.
It's the real deal. We are so happy to be here with Susan Baker, Pet's Best Friends, the Small Business of the Month for April. Susan, this is the happy place.
Oh, thank you.
When we've gathered up for the banner, there were people bringing dogs in, dogs barking. It is just a wonderful business.
Oh,
and
thank you.
You have grown from small to when you first got it, dog walking, dog sitting,
Right.
to this wonderful facility on Winstead. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We enjoy what we do. We have a good time doing it, and it's a big responsibility. It's contrary to what people think. We don't really play with dogs all day. We'd like to, but it's a little more involved than that. And we have come a long way. We've been very blessed, diversified quite a bit, adding in new things. Well, pretty much every year, but we're just very fortunate, and the community has really supported us.
And we're in here with holistic food. We've got toys. We've got, I mean, you name it. You really have. We're going to learn about your obedience classes and the person who teaches that. You do grooming. You do daycare.
Right.
You've got taxis to pick up. You do home sitting.
That's correct.
I mean, it's like you're evolving. Every time somebody asks, can you do this? Why, sure.
There you go. That's pretty much the way it all happened, too.
Wonderful.
We saw a need for it, and we tried to take care of that for our customers.
Well, your chamber is very proud of you, and we're going to take a look now at the presentation of the banner. Again, Small Business of the Month for April.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Hello, we're on Winstead Avenue today at Pet's Best Friend.
That's it.
The Pet's Best Friend, who's the Small Business of the Month for April. I'm Roger Taylor, chairman of the local area Rocky Mountain Chamber of Commerce, and we'd like to celebrate with them. And we have around us chamber members and family and friends, and we're going to celebrate in a big way today. But here is David Joyner from the chamber.
We're happy to be here at Pet's Best Friend, where they take care of humans' best friend, and we are excited about the Small Business Banquet in June. The chamber is excited to support groups like this who come up with innovative ideas to start business and hire people and provide commerce in our community. So excited to be here, and now we're going to turn it over to the owner to see what she has to say.
Thank you. We have been very blessed here at Pet's Best Friend, actually for 21 and a half years now. I purchased the pet sitting business from a good friend who's hiding over in the corner, Kim Stauffer. There she is over beside Jean. That was in November of 1993. We've diversified quite a bit since then. When we first started, no one even knew what in-home pet sitting was. So it was more of an educational endeavor at first than it really was a business venture. But we've been very successful. We've been loved and embraced by Rocky Mount, the community, surrounding areas, and has made us very successful. And we've come a long ways. We moved into this new building 2 years ago because we outgrew our other one on Zebulon Road, and we're just amazed at how everybody's supporting us now, and we're just having a good time doing it, and appreciate everybody being so loyal to us for so many years.
Well, we appreciate the Baker family and all that goes on here because, as I say, other than being on the farm and having pigs and hogs and things like that, I've never been a real pet man, but I know a lot of people that are. And we say, I know, that's what I'm told. That's what I'm told. But again, we congratulate you and the Baker family for their support and all small businesses in Rocky Mountain. So thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you.
There's some history here, right, Susan? You want to tell
Absolutely.
us what it is with
Absolutely.
Kim?
21 and a half years ago, I had decided that maybe the corporate world really wasn't for me. We had just moved into a new neighborhood, and we had dinner with one of our new neighbors one night, and she asked me what was I going to do as far as job goes, and I told her I really did not know. And she says, well, you need to talk to Kim. She does something with animals. And I said, well, who is Kim and what does she do? She says, I don't know, but you need to talk to her. So she gave me her phone number, and that Monday I called her. And I found out that she had a pet sitting business, and it was called Pet's Best Friend, and she was looking to sell it because she was getting out of the four-legged animals and getting more into the little two-legged children. She had started a family, so we got together, and the rest is pretty much history.
Well, I bet you felt great, Kim, knowing that somebody like Susan and then Van with joining her was taking over, because you obviously must love pets to be able to have started the business. But I mean, did you ever think when you sold it to her that we would be sitting here today with this wonderful facility?
Absolutely not. I mean, when she took over the business, it was a blessing because I didn't want to get rid of it. And she asked me, in fact, what if I don't buy it from you? What will you do? I said, well, I will just cut back my hours because I just had a child. And she goes, well, let's go. So we went to Bonnie Kane's and met her. She was first client, and we looked like Mutt and Jeff. And Susan I could not have done what she has done. She has just taken this just full load. She is just a dynamic entrepreneur, and I'm blessed that she took over and did what she did. I love her. She is wonderful.
Well, we're so happy to be celebrating
Thank you.
Small
This
Business
is-
of the Month
oh,
with her.
yes. Most definitely.
Well deserved. Great. Thanks, Kim. Susan, when Kim talked about the first place y'all went when you were thinking about buying the business, she said you went to Bonnie Kane's.
That's exactly right.
Tell us why.
Well, Bonnie were you one of Kim's first customers as well?
I was.
And she, was preparing me to meet a few of the new customers, and so that they would know me and, make the transition a little easier for the customers as well as for myself. And so Bonnie was the first one she picked for us to go and meet. And I think it was love at first sight.
Certainly was.
Well, and how many years were you, and you recently lost your final pet that you have, but how many years have you been a customer?
Since 1988.
Great.
Started with Kim and then with Susan and Van. And I want to put a little different perspective on this because when you become part of the Van and Susan family, it's not just your four-legged fur kid who gets to be part of the family, but you yourself do. And a very dramatic example of how they helped me is the night I fell and broke my hip. And all I could tell the 911 lady was, Sadie, 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 and gave them the emergency number for them to come and get her.
Pet's Best Friend.
Yeah, I knew somebody was going to come and
She was
get.
only concerned about the dog.
I knew someone would come get me, but I was very concerned about my big yellow lab. And the next thing I know, Susan and Van are there. They have come in. They have a key, so they have stopped the police and firemen from knocking the door down. I'm on the floor, and they have the key. They come in. They take Sadie, and I relax in the midst of all of that. I get to the hospital, and Susan calls me in the hospital room and says, Bonnie, stop worrying, Sadie's in our bed. And the next morning, she took her, to Down East Kennel. So this is the lengths to which they will go for their clients and for their beloved four-legged fur kids.
Well, and Bonnie, I know through the years with animals that were aging, and Susan, you referenced that before, that you've had some special needs pets and stuff, but truly, Bonnie, you would not have been able to leave your special needs pets if it weren't for them. Right?
And the last year and a half of Sadie's life, Van would come to my house and put her in the car, and then I would drive her down to the beach, and Carmen and Theresa would come and get her out of the car with me. It took two of us. And so the quality of life that they would give your pet from a time of a puppy on till they are what you would consider very old and in great need of special help with their joints and so forth. Their care is total. Once I got stranded in a blizzard, 2010, in Taunton, Massachusetts, and I was just so upset and didn't know what to do. And I kept calling Van and Susan. They said, "Oh yeah, we're going over there right now, and then we're going out to the reservoir, and it was 10 inches of snow here." Or was it 10 feet? I can't remember. But it was a whole lot.
Driving, it was 10 feet.
Yeah, it was a lot more than Rocky Mount is used to. It just put everything at a stop. And so
When you were stranded, what would you have done without Susan and Van?
I would have been crying a whole lot worse than I was, because that is always my main concern, of course. You know, just like your children, and they are indeed your children. They're the children that live at home, and they get everything they want because they don't want a college education or a big wedding.
Unconditional love, too.
That's right.
Great. Thank you, Bonnie.
Thanks, Bonnie.
We have more testimonials, but right now we're going to take a break. Susan, we come back. You're going to introduce your fabulous staff here to us.
Okay, sounds great.
We'll be right back. Susan, this is definitely more than an employee, wouldn't you say?
I think so. About 34 years, maybe.
This is your husband, Van. Hey, Van.
How are you?
Fine. You are an integral part of this business, I'm sure.
I have been since the beginning.
And what are some of your duties here?
At the beginning, I helped her pet sit. And now, since I'm working down here full time, I do the bathing, I do some of the bookkeeping. I groom one dog, but that was it for as far as the grooming goes. I told the girls they could have the grooming end of it, and that's about it.
He drives a pet taxi. We
Yeah,
do pickups and deliveries. He does
You have a
that.
pet taxi? That's cool.
We do. Sure do.
Great.
He does pick up and deliveries for us every day. He can have the dogs picked up to come for grooming or for daycare.
Well, and Van, so initially, did you not start out working here? Did you do something else?
No, I worked at another company, local company here in Rocky Mount for about 30 years. And she needed some help, and I had been there 30 years, so I decided to come help her.
Well, great. And we love your new location, don't you?
I do. We got plenty of room for the dogs, plenty of room for the employees, and it works out real good.
Super. Okay, well, I will look for you to go if I get another dog with your van.
All right, do that thing.
Okay, next we have Susan.
This is Hunter Pitt. Hunter's been with us, well, since school started in September. Very proud of Hunter. Hunter is our intern from Faith Christian School, but she's much more than that. She actually comes for the last period of her day, has class, working with us for an hour, and then she punches in and works with us until we close each day. So she's been an integral part. How about it, Hunter? How's it been?
It's been really good. I enjoy working with the dogs and bathing them and just getting to play with the animals, and I just have a great time. I love working here.
We love having you here, too.
Being an intern, is this something, a stepping stone to a career for you?
No, I mean, I enjoy working here and interning. I don't know if I want to do it as a career yet. I'm still kind of trying to decide what I want to do.
She's still young. We can
Still
convince
young.
her.
Yes.
You've been a veterinarian?
Yeah. I have actually thought about that. I may be leaning towards that. So.
Great. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And
Thank you.
next we have,
This is Morgan Hardison. She's my right hand, left hand, right foot. She is a groomer here. She actually started out working in the office, but we found she was probably meant to groom, and she is absolutely fantastic. She grooms better than I do, which is a huge compliment to me because I trained her. And to have someone to follow in your footsteps like that's really, really awesome. How long have you been here, Morgan?
I think 2 years this August.
2 years.
you must really love what you do, don't you, Morgan?
Yes, I do. I enjoy it, and I get to bring my baby with me to work too. So
Tell us about your baby.
she is a 2-year-old beagle, and she loves to play at daycare. So
Oh, good.
And she's best friends with one of our dogs,
Yes.
Rosie. They're buddies.
Well, and you have to really kind of get the dogs to trust you to groom them.
oh yes, sometimes it takes several visits to get them to really trust you, but it takes a little bit to work with them. Definitely.
Well, good. Well, thank you for
Thank
all you
you.
do. Okay, next we have.
This is Ingle Hicks. Everybody probably knows her much better than they know me. Ingle is our obedience class instructor, dog trainer for 50, well, just 50 years. We won't add any more on.
There are
But we
more,
started
but-
doing obedience classes last year, Ingle?
I'm was trying to remember. I can't remember when I did Christmas. I think it was in September of last year was the first one.
I think it was.
Here.
And she is just phenomenal. That's gone over very well. So another one of our diversifications. And how's it going, Ingle?
I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I hadn't done classes for a few years because I hadn't had a place to do it. I did in-home training and still do that, private training. But I really enjoy the classes. It's a chance for the people who are in the classes to see how other dogs react and realize that their dogs actually aren't the problem they thought they were.
We say the mom or dad comes with the dog.
Oh, yes, yeah.
She trains the owners, not the dogs.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe more than the dogs.
Yeah. Well, people ask me, have you ever had a dog you couldn't train? And the answer semi-seriously is no, I've never had a dog I couldn't train. I've certainly had owners I couldn't train. But, yeah.
Well, that's great that
We've had a great response. We've had a great response to the classes. Ingle does a great job.
Super.
She does.
Okay.
We appreciate
Thank you. Next we have. Hey.
This is Jean Wood. Jean's been with us
A little over
couple
2 years.
over 2 years. And Jean does daycare with us part-time. And, of course, she's had animal experience for, well, like Ingle, a few years. And I won't want to embarrass her. But the dogs absolutely love her. She's great with them. She knows the body language. She knows the behavior. She knows what to watch for. In fact, when she pulled up a few minutes ago, the dogs went nuts out back in the daycare area. So
that must make you feel great.
It does. I'd be surprised at the ones that recognize my vehicle and they're ready for me to come out.
Oh. Have you always had kind of a good rapport with animals?
I did animal control 22 and a half years.
Animal control, whoa.
She was experienced.
Yeah.
She was experienced.
Well, great. Well, sounds like you're a wonderful asset here and kind of another mama for the dogs,
Yeah,
right?
I love it. I hate to go home sometimes. I like to take them all home with me.
Well, Susan, can that be arranged?
That's a good problem.
I have quite a few of my own.
How many do you have?
I'm not going to say.
we all have that number at home. It kind of goes with the occupation.
Okay, and I'm sure there might be another one kind of coming home here and there in the future.
Oh, yeah.
She does a lot of rescue work, too. If you see things on Facebook and all, there's a dog lost, Jean's out there in the woods looking for
them. Yeah.
Always.
Super. Well,
Always.
thank you.
Oh.
Okay, and last but not least, hi.
This is Avery Gifford. Avery and I have known each other probably
38 years,
38 years or so. Avery used to do a lot of pet sitting with me, and he took kind of a hiatus for a little while, retired for some reason. I don't know why. But he's back with us now, and he's doing some part-time daycare work with us, too, and he's doing a great job.
And you're Lydia's better half, too, aren't you?
Well, not necessarily the better half. I'm the other half.
Well, and Lydia took care of my dog Tyler until he passed away for a long time. Do you remember Tyler?
Gene?
Yes.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, and you go in homes and you become part of the family, don't you?
Yeah, I try to get along the best I can because some of them, they want to be funny. I go in, feed, water, medicate, clean up, getting the newspapers in, cut lights off and on. Make it look like somebody's in and out all the time, right. So if anybody's sitting and watching, has he been yet, or is he coming while I'm in here?
Security measures, absolutely.
When I've heard people say they would not be comfortable going out of town if it weren't for Avery because they know they can trust you with medications and everything.
That's a real compliment.
Thank you.
That's a great compliment.
Well, thank you.
I'm about the only employee she had didn't like herself out the house.
That can be arranged.
Absolutely.
Everybody heard that now, so
just give her the key over here.
You're a shot.
Lydia, okay, thank you.
You just jinxed yourself.
Susan, we want to talk to some of your customers, and Untum Koss moved to town recently with Teddy and her husband, and Untum, you're one of her absolute newest customers.
Yes.
Tell me what you said in the parking lot about how important it was to you to have Pet's Best Friend.
Well, my husband, as you know, acquired Almonds Pharmacy, and we were in Chattanooga. I have 2 young children, and you often worry about pediatricians and where you're going to take them. And of course, he's like our little boy. And the one thing my husband even said was, guess what? there's a doggy daycare down the street. It's called A Pet's Best Friend. Call them. He's like, it's gotten rave reviews. And I did, and I talked to Van for a good 20 to 25 minutes, and I just said, you know, what kind of services do you guys have? You know, I have, at the time, I had a 1-year-old, and, you know, Teddy was getting a little chubby, and he's like, oh, we'll exercise him, and, you know, they got all of his paperwork for me, and it was just really easy breezy. And then when we got here, even the first day, Susan took pictures, and they sent them to me, and they were like, he's having a great time, and he gets baths here. And I think the biggest thing for me that really makes me appreciative of this place is one day both my kids had the stomach flu, and I just did not know how I was going to get them in the car to come get Teddy. And I called up, and Van just said, don't worry about it. He's like, I will get Teddy in the car and bring him home. And so that right there, it meant so much, because, you know, you have 2 sick children, and I just, you know, he brought him right to my door, and I'm just really thankful for that. And Teddy loves it here, so.
Well, he does, because we brought him out of doggy daycare, and he was
He's mad. He's mad.
Well, let's let him go back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
You specifically, Susan, wanted to have Theresa Nettnin here because she's a long-term customer, isn't she?
She is. She is a very long-term customer and a great customer, and we've done pet sitting for her. We still groom one of the dogs. We lost one of her dogs a few weeks ago. Very sad. It's kind of like.
I mean, you didn't lose it. The dog passed away.
Away.
Okay, I didn't want to be
sure. No, we don't want to advertise that. No. And it's she's great to work with. Just phenomenal lady.
Well, we have. This business is just such an asset to Rocky Mount. We're able to get Molly groomed. They pick Molly up. Van comes up in a little taxi, picks her up, brings her here, and then brings her home. And you can't ask for any more than that, and she's very happy. She loves it. The other thing that I think has been a godsend to a lot in this area is the fact that I don't have to board my dogs. That they come into my home, we give them a schedule, they take them out, they feed them, they love on them, they treat them just like they're their own dogs. And that has been wonderful for us.
And the security too, which we have talked about it with some of the employees, the fact that when you're gone, it looks like people are coming and going from your house too, which is nice, and your mail and medications for the animals and whatnot.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. And I think the other thing too with it is that it gives our animals a sense of still being at home and not uprooted, and especially with older dogs, it's really a blessing to have that service here.
And
a lot of places.
Molly is special needs. Molly is blind, so she went blind pretty much in a matter of hours, didn't she? So we feel very blessed that someone lets us take care of special needs dogs as well.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Susan, we're going to interview AJ now, right?
Okay.
AJ Bass.
Right.
And Johnny, his master, came with him, or his I guess he's in charge, and you just do what he says, right, John?
I follow instructions.
There you
It's
go.
a beautiful dog. What services does AJ get here?
AJ comes and gets his hair groomed about every 4 weeks, which next week it'll be his time to come, and he gets when he's groomed, he gets his bath. And on occasion, if we're going out of town, Susan will make sure that he's nice and clean and fluffed up in between baths.
And I also fuss at Johnny on Facebook all the time because he'll post a picture of AJ in the water and muddy and things like that. And I'm like, ugh.
But he's a boy. If you look at his little feet, you will see that his feet are dirty this morning where he's been playing in the yard. See, I've been outside playing all morning
We can
before.
fix that. We can fix that.
Johnny, what does it mean? You're a former chairman of the Small Business, a vice chairman of the Small Business Committee. What does it mean to you to have a place, a wonderful business to celebrate like Pet's Best Friend?
Well, like most individuals who have pets, we want to take the very best care of them. And AJ loves to come here. In fact, that's the reason why he's been so excited since being here, because he's accustomed to either being out back running around or doing whatever. And he knows Susan and the ladies here.
Can you tell?
So it's having someone who takes care of your pet when you're busy making a living. It's wonderful. I mean, it's nothing better.
And this is your child, right?
Absolutely. I work for myself, and he travels and goes with me virtually everywhere I go. So he's very accustomed to traveling and being around people. So
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, AJ.
Susan, isn't it fun to hear satisfied customers talk about what Pet's Best Friend means to them?
It really is. It really is. Compliments go a long way with an entrepreneur, especially.
And it was a leap of faith for you to get this building.
It was.
I mean,
truly
you
was.
have added a lot of space, added a lot of capabilities, but as a small business person, wow, way to go.
Thank you. It was indeed a blessing. We were running out of room. The doggy daycare had really taken off, and it was just too crowded. Just too crowded. And then this came up for auction, and we were very lucky to get it. And we have about tripled our square footage. And then, of course, we have the doggy daycare areas out back that we didn't have room for, before. So it's been a good move for us.
Susan, one of the things that the Chamber looks at is not only we know the importance of small business, but not everybody is very generous in giving back. You get money from your customers, but you and Pet's Best Friend have had a long reputation of really giving back in many ways, in time and talent and money. Talk about the importance of that to you and some of the things you've contributed to.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't for the community, we would not be here, that's for sure. And then there's a lot of dog-related, pet-related things that are going on now. We've got a lot more of that going on in Rocky Mount. Most recently, the opening of the dog park, which is going to be great for all the little four-legged babies and their owners too. And we had Paws in the Park that day along with it, and I had a huge turnout for that. That was really good. We have done, we did the Bark for Life last year, the first annual Bark for Life, which is Relay for Life with dogs. There will be another one this September 26th. I'm one of the co-chairs for that event, so I'm looking forward to that. Coming up here on May the 9th, we are doing Dog's Day Out. And that will be a dog wash, fun games, lots of things going on there, and all of the monies raised will benefit Odin's Orphans Rescue, which is a new dog rescue group here. So we're looking forward to that as well.
Wonderful. Well, and we encourage everybody to go to your website too. You've got a fantastic website. Facebook, see pictures of your clients.
Yeah, we have a good time doing that. We sure do. We sure do.
Good. And what's your exact address here on Winstead?
It's 1071 North Winstead Avenue.
Okay. If you go past Boyce Wells coming back to the hospital, you're on the right hand side.
On the right hand side.
Congratulations.
Exactly. Thank you, Jean. I appreciate it.
You are so welcome, and thank you for joining us. See you next week.
Where else can you get a brand new luxury car for no money down and low monthly payments? Only at Davenport Auto Park, of course. We're talking new Buicks. Top of the line, king of the hill, pick of the litter, cream of the crop. You get my drift. We're talking Buicks like the 2015 Encore or Verano, Regal Turbo, LaCrosse, Enclave. No money down, zero, zilch, nada. Yeah, only at Davenport Auto Park.
It's the real deal.
Summer is coming. Get your sun-kissed glow with totally used Versa Spa Sunless Tanning System. Versa uses the newest innovative technology to deliver the latest anti-aging, skin-firming, super hydrating blend of soothing botanicals with every application.
The machine sprays you. You don't have somebody else doing it. It's private and it is so safe. Try it. You will love it.
And Totally You also offers red light collagen therapy. Stop by and see us at the shops at Stoney Creek on Zebulon Road, Wednesdays through Fridays from 1 to 6 for a completely safe, sunless tanning experience. Visit Totally You today and let them transform your skin into a stunning beach glow.